Hello, what's up, everyone? Good morning. It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Golden Menorah, Horva Synagogue, Cardo, and the Jewish quarters. And here is the Golden Menorah. It says here the Golden Menorah was recreated for the first time since the destruction of the Second Temple, according to the research conducted by the Temple Institute, generously donated by Vadim Rabinovich. Is this really gold? That's what it says. It is. Then it is what it is. Alright guys, I'm gonna be taking you on a tour through the old Jewish quarter called La Cardo here in Jerusalem. Cardo. So I'm just right about the vicinity, but there is a particular and a specific place I want to be walking through, so I can actually know how to coordinate my movement, because Jerusalem, especially this part of Jerusalem, is like a maze. This Golden Menorah you're seeing right here from an AI overview, just trying to get more information about what it is. Says it's a massive golden plated replica standing over 2 meters tall in the Jewish quarter near the Western Wall, built by the Temple Institute. It's a 7-branch menorah representing the one from the Holy Temple, displayed behind glass and serving as a powerful symbol of Jewish continuity within the Third Temple. You can find it in a square in front of the Horva Synagogue on the way to the Western Wall, making it a must-see site in the whole city. So the Horva Synagogue is around inside, guys. That's what we're going to be doing now, taking a tour through the whole Jewish quarter. You ready? Right, let's go!
Okay, но это точная копия Миноры, которая
Welcome to the Jewish quarter, in Hebrew, Harova Hayodi, in Jerusalem's Old City. This is a vibrant neighborhood where 3,000 years of history meets modern daily life. The top attractions you will find here at the Jewish quarter is the Western Wall, otherwise known as Kotel, which is the holiest site where Jews can pray. The last remaining outer wall of the Second Temple courtyard, visitors of all faiths are welcome 24/7. I am at the Cardo. This is a preserved section of the main Roman thoroughfare from the 6th century, featuring ancient columns and modern shops. Here it says the War of Independence Memorial. You are invited to watch a film showing the battle for the Jewish quarter in 1948. So we have to go this way. This is Western Cardo, remains of magnificent main road from the Roman Byzantine period, serving throughout time until today as a major thoroughfare for shopping. So let's take a look at it. The Jewish quarter is a living neighborhood and a crucial historical site, blending ancient ruins with contemporary life, inviting visitors to walk through centuries of Jerusalem past. You can enter through the Dome Gate for direct access to the Western Wall and quarter. Access is also available from Zion Gate and other old city entrances. If you want to experience the Jewish quarter, you have to explore layers of history, whereby discovering multiple historical levels from First Temple times through Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman eras.
The Jewish quarter of Jerusalem's Old City is one of the four quarters of the walled city. The quarter is home to around 2,000 people and covers about 0.1 square kilometers. It is also the location of many tens of synagogues and yeshivas, which means places of the study of Jewish texts, and has been almost continually home to Jews since the century 8 BCE. Today, the Jewish quarter of Jerusalem is a fascinating place to explore with museums, synagogues, and of course the Western Wall, its main attractions. As well as this, however, just walking through the alleyways and watching the religious inhabitants go about their daily lives is just as fascinating.
Alright, so here it says, the Cardo, 1,500 years of trading history.
Welcome to the Cardo. The Cardo was a central north-south oriented thoroughfare in Jerusalem during the late Roman and Byzantine periods. Together with the east-west oriented decumanus, it reflects typical Roman city planning. The term Cardo derives from the Latin word for hinge, referring to roll as the main north-south axis in Roman cities.
Israel's most popular print. These are soldiers at the Western Wall, soldiers at the wall. The soldiers at the wall, which became the best-selling print in Israel, was painted by me for my father, Eliada. My father was the first artist to paint the soldiers at the Western Wall in 1967, but then was injured in the army and could paint no longer. The four soldiers in the painting represent freedom of worship. The combination of the prayer shawl and the weapon represent the idea that faith brings a soldier to recognize that he is not fighting for personal motivations or gain, but rather for goals that go beyond his personal existence. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord Almighty. Zechariah chapter 4 verse 6. That's interesting. So we're now getting into the Cardo, and I know a lot of you might be interested to know, what is this Cardo? What is this Cardo? The Cardo Maximus was the main north-south street in Roman and Byzantine cities, serving as a central artery or hinge of urban life, typically lined with shops, columns, and markets.
The Cardo originated during the late Roman period, beginning at the Damascus Gate. It split into two main branches, the Eastern Cardo, following the route of the modern-day Haggai Street, and the Western Cardo, which ascended towards Mount Zion, and the modern-day Jewish Quarter. Both branches run from the north and extend southwards. This initial construction phase occurred when Jerusalem was known as Aela Capitolina, following the Roman reconstruction of the city after its destruction in 70 CE. The Cardo was extended during the Byzantine period, particularly in the 6th century under Emperor Justinian. This extension reached the southern parts of the city, including the modern-day Jewish Quarter. The Byzantine Cardo was characterized by its colonnaded design, with a central open-air passage flanked by sidewalks and shops. The 6th century Madaba map includes the Cardo in its detailed depiction of Jerusalem.
What is a pigeon doing there? How did you get down there? So once again, this is the Cardo in Jerusalem. It was a grand wide. Yeah, I see.
pigeons are the ones going everywhere.
I just asked that pigeon what it did there, what it's doing there.
Significant archaeological discoveries related to the Cardo were made during excavations led by Naaman Avigadh in the 1970s. Today, the Cardo is a main tourist area in the Jewish Quarter. Its restoration aimed to preserve the ancient street's historical integrity while incorporating contemporary materials. A portion of the Cardo has been rebuilt as a covered shopping arcade reflecting the style of an ancient Roman street. The Cardo in Jerusalem was finally constructed during the Roman period, following the city's re-establishment as Aela Capitolina by Emperor Hadrian in the 130s CE. This north-south thoroughfare was designed to facilitate movement and commerce within the city. The Roman Cardo began at the Damascus Gate in the north and extended southwards, forming the main axis of the city's layout. Its western branch probably led up to the northern gate of the 10th Legion's encampment on the western hill of ancient Jerusalem. The eastern branch followed the channel of the Tyropoeon Valley in which it was situated, parallel to the western wall of the Herodian Temple Mount, and presumably led toward the southern city gate in the vicinity of the modern-day Dome Gate. The two branches of the street were lined with colonnades and featured a central open-air passageway flanked by porticoed sidewalks and shops, reflecting the typical Roman architectural style. The construction of the Cardo was part of a broader effort to Romanize Jerusalem, integrating it into the empire's network of cities.
This is the Jewish quarter map. Metal work store. Glassware store. I think this was like an open market. That's the picture there. That was how it looked like in those days.
During the Byzantine period, significant developments were made to the Cardo in Jerusalem. In the 6th century CE, under the reign of Emperor Justinian, the Cardo was extended further south from its original Roman layout. This extension reached the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and continued to Zion Gate.
Can't imagine that these pillars are the same pillars depicted in that picture. It's beautiful. want to stop, pause, and think for a second, where you go to buy your products, I mean the markets you go to do your grocery shopping or whatever it is you want to buy in the market, it is of course way bigger than where I am right now. But this was a market. See how small it is? Then you tend to think, what was the population of people in those days? And from the picture depicted on the wall, from the painting, see that even kids are involved in trading. Probably they are helping out their parents, in trading. Same thing goes on today. Children who do not have the opportunity to go to school engage in trading. You see them at the market helping their parents, helping their guardians in trading. So the same thing that happened here, but the most interesting thing is how small this place is. And I believe that this small place, at least 1,000 people were actively involved in buying and trading at the Cardo market. Let's head over to somewhere else.
After my exploration at the Cardo, I was invited to go on this rooftop as to get a nice, beautiful and amazing view of the city of Jerusalem. And I would say I wasn't disappointed, because from this rooftop, I happened to see Dome of the Rock at a distance. Even though I cannot go close to the Dome of the Rock, but I think one day and very soon, I shall be there.
It's a beautiful view. That is. Shall I see Dome of the Rock from here? Let's go.
There is life here. There are synagogues, there are בית מדרש, כולל, כל הדברים האלה. לראות שתחזיק מעקה אם אתה צריך. לא לשם, לא לשם.
Jerusalem.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. I think it's lovely that people are here. And also, have you ever been in משכנות שאננים, ימין משה? Check if we're going in the right direction. But a kind of monastery here. Someplace.
Smaller sham?
Smaller pocket. זהו מרובטי. כן, זה הפעמונים של...
Smaller. Google Map took us to the wrong place.
The old quarters of Jerusalem is like a maze. Like I said in my previous videos, you have to always ask for direction or pay attention to the sounds, else you will get temporarily lost. As at this point, after our exploration at the Cardo, we're taking ourselves to the Tower of David. It's a beautiful place. You're going to be seeing a nice, lovely, amazing museums. And of course, you're going to see history as well. So hang on, because in the next video, it will be one of the best videos you will watch on this page.
So how do we get on top? Maybe from there? Let's see. Yeah.